the power of Grayskull.
Hello, this is Battlefield 1 for the PlayStation 4. It's just my first impressions because I'm a total newbie to playing Battlefield. I've never really played Battlefield at all. It's because back in the day when I could be asked to play first person shooters, I was playing Medal of Honor and all through the Medal of Honor and a lot of games like that. And then because I was like oversaturated with that type of game, I just decided to like boycott them for a bit. And so when Call of Duty came out back in the day, I was just like, fuck that, I can't be arsed with Call of Duty or Battlefield or anything else. Like, I did get into Star Wars Battle PlayStation 2, just because it was, and it was a really good game. So I got Star Wars when it first came out, and then now I've got this. It's like got us back into the mood to play these games again. But this game is rock. It's like, for me anyway, because I'm just a beginner, really. Even though I'm not a total newbie, but I am to Battlefield, so I haven't got a clue. And I found it really hard. But I'll talk about that in a minute. The graphics are amazing. There's bits like where if you pick up a gun that somebody else has dropped, it's like covered in mud, and you know what I mean, it's dirty because it's been on the floor. It's not just like shiny graphics all the time. Just shit like that, just little details like that makes it really good. But it's made by DICE, who made Star Wars Battlefront, and they're like really, they've got first person shooters down to a T anyway. So the graphics of the boy and the sound is class. It's like you can hear the bullets ricocheting off the tank, because like this is all I've played. I've never played any other part of this game. I've literally went and I've owned the game for about 2 hours, and then I've played this, and this is like my very first impression. So the sound's class. You can hear the bullets pinging off the side of the thing. You can hear the other guy like reloading it because I'm driving it. So I have to wait for the other guy to reload, and you can hear like the thump, you know, of the metal in that. You can just hear all the clinking and the clunking. And then you can hear like people dying, basically. It's kind of graphic. You can hear like people screaming because you've just blew his leg off or something. But it's, I don't know, it's like, I like the period time. It's World War One as well. You get a lot of Vietnam games, a lot of World War Two games, a lot of modern warfare games with like laser guided missiles and shit like that. So that's the kind of thing I've stayed away from. But because it's World War One, I've never really played a game that's World War One. You know, I think I've played a few aeroplane games where it's just solely flying an aeroplane, but nothing really first-person shooter at all. Like I say, I was boycotting them for years. But this is class. Like I say, it's fucking hard, really hard for me. My impression of it is it's only because like you can't really tell who's shooting you until they've like already shot you, and then you get like a damage report on your screen of where you're getting shot from. So that gives you an idea of like what direction you've got to shoot back. But it's like real life. You're literally just looking for little black mounds popping over the top of like trenches and that, or on the horizon. Really hard to spot people. And this is just the shitty AI. What's it going to be like when I'm online? I'm going to get slaughtered online. So I'm going to have to like really try and concentrate and like get used to the game, because I'm getting patient, me, and I end up just like, if I don't pick it up straight away, I can't be asked. But this I want to really try and get into, and I'm really gonna try and get the way the game works, because that's all the computer games are. You've got to just understand how it plays, and then you can manipulate it. So I've been watching other people's reviews and that, and like they're obviously telling you what's the best weapon, how not to get killed, like the first beginner's guides and shit like that. I haven't got any information like that because I've never played these before, so this is just like picking it up, playing it, and I really enjoy it. But I don't like the point of contact, because sometimes you're shooting the blokes like now, and like they're not really dying. I mean, these are, because I had got used to it for a little bit, but sometimes there's like a bloke hiding behind cover, and like I'm using a sniper rifle, and I can see him, and I shoot, and bullet makes it, and it says I've got a headshot, but he doesn't die. And then I'm shooting him again, and it's the same thing. It's like, I don't know if it's a glitch, or if it's the gun wasn't powerful enough or something, but you know, I find it very frustrating because it wasn't very accurate. It wasn't letting us kill people when I was clearly getting them with a headshot, or I was clearly hitting people, but they weren't dying. You have to be super duper precise, which I find very hard. Obviously, you've got to faff around. I mean, I haven't changed much of the options, like, because I wanted to see what it was like, so I'm gonna have to take the sensitivity down on me doing right swing and shit like that. So I've got all that to do, but just impressions, it's really hard. You like to see that. I only knew somebody was shooting us from over there because he had time to shoot. It's like you don't know where the fuck the enemy are until it's too late. So I've got to get used to that. But a thing I found out is like you don't get very much time in these missions before you get kicked out or you get interrupted by a really long cutscene, which gets annoying. Like you could be in the middle of a thing, you're coming up to the end of the objective, but you don't know. And then you're doing shit like this, and then it'll just stop you and then go into a cutscene, and you're like, oh fuck, I was like having fun there, and you just cut us off. And plus, by the time you get used to being like a tank driver, like a British tank driver, then you end up swapping and going to the next level. And it's like, you know what I mean, it doesn't give you enough time to play. But that's just because I would much prefer to have a really lengthy, long play, like a campaign one player, than to play multiplayer. Only because I'm shit and multiplayer I get my ass kicked, so it's not really fun for me, because I just die and respawn all the time. But hopefully by the time I've completed this, I'll be good enough to like at least enjoy it. But I thought that about Grand Theft, when Grand Theft first released the online and killing you, and they didn't give you enough time to enjoy the game. It happens all the time, like especially online. Star Wars is terrible for it. You get killed before you even know what's going on. But apart from that, that's just my personal thing against people online, multiplayer and that. But this apparently is really good for multiplayer, so I'm only saying it because I find it really difficult. But I love the story play, the story mode. It's really good. But it's not long enough. It's the only thing I would say about it. It's not very long. But I do like the way the AI is quite hard as well. It's not. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I've got it on hard, so I'm like playing on the hardest difficulty. That's probably why I'm finding it so hard. But you've got to just take your time and just look for the people where they are, and then you know exactly where to fire. But like I say, I'm finding it very hard. I'm struggling like to say, oh yeah, it's really easy. I wouldn't want to just pretend and say, like, you know what I mean, I'm really good at it, because I'm definitely not. I'm shit. I think I get killed in this on this playthrough. This footage, I mean, I get blown up. But I like the way it's set, and I like how it's hard. It makes a refreshing change instead of just having your hand. But there is a couple of little things, like you go outside of the battle area, and then it just says like seconds to get back to the combat, and if you don't, you just blow up. And it's happened only once, but it's happened where I've like blown up because I've been clambering over houses and shit, and I went too far. You can't tell on the mini-map, can you see where it's light and dark? You can just see on the right hand side where it's a bit darker. That's the edge of the map, so if you go too far that way, you die. It's like Star Wars and most like first person shooters like that, but especially open areas. But it pissed us off, that's all, because you end up dying when it's not really your fault. Just have some invisible graphics there, you know what I mean? Or I'd even prefer an invisible wall. That'd be better than that. But like the stories quite like kind of engaging, you know what I mean? Like, so you do start to get in there, but like I says, then it changes and puts you into something else. So it'd just be better if there was like 10 missions like this, and then 10 missions in another country or somebody else. But they're just flicking between, because I think it's a bit of a second, like an afterthought, this campaign story. They know most people play the Battlefield community, they play online, don't they? So everybody knows that. So this is just because they're testing it out. If this gets good feedback, then they'll probably do it. Because Call of Duty has shit like that, doesn't it? Where you're doing like a one-player story mode and it's class. So that's what I would prefer, but that's just me. But loads of people have done reviews on this game, so if you want information about what's the best sniper rifle and you know what's the best vehicle and shit, then you can just go and check theirs out because I haven't got a clue. But if you like me and you're not really into these and you think I'll just give it a try, then you should definitely give it a try because I'm really enjoying it. I've only been playing it for, like I say, about 2 hours or so, and it's rock. It's so hard. It just makes you think, you know what I mean? I'm shit. It puts you to shame. You go into the game thinking you're really good, but you do get the hang of it. I think just started a bit like because all the bullets, so you know if you're shooting too, you've got to arc your shot and compensate. It's like being a sniper, the very same thing where you shoot ahead of the bloke if he's running, kind of thing. But you've got to know how much by, and it's the same as this. Just trial and error. Do a shot, see where it goes, and then just adjust your aim, and then try and shoot. You know what I mean? But that's like real life, so it's better than seeing like an arc, like you know, like a red arc or something, so you can see exactly the trajectory of where your bombs are going to get in there. But like I say, it's one of those games where you pick it up with more you play. You can't expect just to be really good at it as soon as you put it on. So if you like the look of it, and you're like me and you've never played it before, definitely go and get it. Like, it only cost us 20 quid. I got it for Granger Games, so it was only 20 quid. So that's it really. So, see you later.
You are a smelly pirate hooker.